The Japan America Society of Washington, D.C. has organized the Sakura Matsuri Japanese Street Festival every year since 1961. And over the past 5 decades, it's grown to become the largest Japanese cultural event in the United States. We do it in the springtime because that's when we want to celebrate Japan's gift of the cherry blossom trees to Washington, D.C. This year, 2014, we organized the Japanese Culinary Pavilion.
Appreciate your coming out today.
We did it because there's growing interest in Japanese food in the United States, and also because the United Nations recently recognized Japanese cuisine as an international cultural heritage.
What we have in the dish, I think
Japan gave the cherry blossom trees to the United States in 1912, and the Sakura Matsuri celebrates that gift and also helps Americans learn more about Japanese culture. Our Sakura Matsuri is the largest Japanese cultural event in the United States, and in just one day we have over 40,000 visitors. Throughout the day we had cooking demonstrations, an explanation of Japanese sake,
sweet potato, the rice,
and even a discussion of the health benefits of Japanese cuisine. We'd like people to know that there's more to Japanese cuisine than sushi and tempura. We'd also like them to know how to make the food themselves. We feature cooking demonstrations by chefs at local Japanese restaurants. For example, Chef Higashijima from Paris.
This technique here that he's doing is called katsura muki, something that all Japanese chefs practice a long time to get just perfect. It's so thin you can literally see through it. It's beautiful.
We also had Chef Michael Simkin from New York City, and what Chef Michael did was to take American fried chicken and add a Japanese twist to it.
I actually like using the entire root. Normally, I prefer leaving this set overnight in the fridge. I'd say at a minimum, you might want this setting for at least maybe an hour.
One of the chefs was Chef Saito, who stars on a Japanese television show. He came all the way from Tokyo to join us.
Like somen too,
So twirling the somen on the chopsticks and putting it in the bowl.
like mountain.
Like a mountain.
Like this.
That is beautiful.
Thank you.
The audience also got to taste the food at the end. I'm sure that was one of the most popular things. CookPad was one of our sponsors. They're the largest recipe website in Japan.
We think that's very, very important to connect Japan and the American society by food. It's just you can share everything on the table, and the food is very important. So I think this is a very great opportunity for us to actually connect the culture between Japan and America.
Vegetables are a very important part of the Japanese diet. Most Americans know shiitake mushrooms, but there's a lot more. Suzuki Farms came in order to introduce more Japanese vegetables to our American audience. Well, Sakura Matsuri is the biggest Japanese cultural festival in the United States, but what's interesting about that is that 95% of our guests are not Japanese. Well, this was the first year we did the Culinary Arts Pavilion, and there's no doubt in my mind that it was a great success, and we're going to keep doing it in the future. People like Japanese cuisine, and the popularity of Japanese food and beverage to me is just going to continue to grow for years to come in America. So if you're in the food business, if you're a sake brewer, an equipment manufacturer, a restaurant, no matter what, this is a great chance to introduce Japanese food culture to the American people.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.